the first days of September 1891, a 7-year-old boy named Sriram left the village of Bhopa in the Sultanpur district of Oudh with his mother Gutra and his brother Ramarak. They walked north to the emigration sub-depot at Fizabad. There they declared their intention to migrate. A recruiter, the Arkatia, registered them and put them aboard a train of the Oudh and Rohilkhand railway, bound east toward the Ganges. At Benares, the train crossed the river on the Dufferin Bridge and joined the East Indian Railway. Through the night it ran east beside the Ganges, Buxar, Howrah, Patna, Bhagalpur, then turned south at Sahibganj, across Bengal, to Howrah. More than 1,000 kilometers of country the boy had never seen. From the station, the family was taken to the emigration depot at Garden Reach, on the bank of the Hooghly, and given depot numbers 3858, 3859, and 3860. Calcutta. The ship was waiting. On the 15th of September 1891, with ship numbers 296, 297, and 298, Gutra, Ramharak, and Sriram were taken aboard the sailing ship Danube, the Pal Jahaj. 638 emigrants were on board. Among them was another boy, Saith, who would become Sriram's lifelong friend. A pilot guided the ship down the Hooghly, past Budge, past Diamond Harbor, where the river widens to a sea of brown water and shifting sandbanks. Off Saugar Island, the pilot went over the side, and with him the last of India. Beyond the sandheads lay the Bay of Bengal, and beyond that, 3 months of open ocean. 29 of the people aboard would never see land again. The Danube ran south through the Bay of Bengal on the last of the monsoon winds. For the emigrants below decks, crowded in the heat, it was the first time any of them had been on the sea. Within a week, the ship passed east of Ceylon, its last sight of Asia, and held her course south toward the equator and the open Indian Ocean. At the end of September, the Danube crossed the equator, and the southeast trade winds took hold. Day after day, the ship ran southwest across the Indian Ocean, with nothing on the horizon but water. Far off to starboard lay Mauritius and Réunion, islands where other Indian emigrants had been landing for 50 years. The Danube did not stop. Her course was the Cape. Passing far to the south of Madagascar, the ship ran into the cold, heavy swells of the Southern Ocean. In early November, she reached the seas off the Cape of Good Hope, the roughest water of the voyage. The emigrants had a name for it: the Pagal Samandar, the Mad Sea. Here the Danube rounded the corner of Africa and turned north into the Atlantic. Fair winds and the Bengala current carried the Danube northwest up the Atlantic. A fortnight from the Cape, a speck of rock rose out of the sea, St. Helena, where the emigrant ships called for fresh water and provisions before the last great crossing. From St. Helena, the ship sailed into the doldrums, days of heat and fitful wind, and crossed the equator a second time in the middle of December. Now the Danube was off the easternmost point of Brazil, near Natal, and the northeast trades were waiting to carry her to the Caribbean. The northeast trade winds took her, and the Danube ran west along the coast of South America, making her best speed of the whole voyage. Ahead, the edge of the Caribbean, and Trinidad. On the last day of 1891, after 107 days at sea, the northeast point of Trinidad rose out of the sea. The ship ran along the north coast and passed through the Dragon's Mouths into the calm water of the Gulf of Paria. On New Year's Day, 1892, the Danube dropped anchor off Nelson Island. Sriram was home.